Welcome to an overview of MapWarz, which is a real-world territory-based GPS game that shows an overlay of controlled territories on a real-world map based upon running, hiking, and walking activities that you upload into the game. When you log in, you'll come to this welcome screen. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and select the profile. Here you'll see your user profile, which includes the icon, your username, the default group. You can belong to different groups, but each activity that you upload, you have to select which group you want to assign the points for that activity to. And then this shows your total earned points, and then the active points, which are just the points that remain after the daily decay that happens to the points. Notifications will show you who's attacked you and where, and then, of course, any system messages such as things being added to your inventory. So if we go back to the welcome screen, let's jump right in and take a look at the real-world map. The default view that comes up is set by you, the user, and you can do that at any time by whatever view you have on your map. You just click the solid teardrop at the top right. The icon up there will set that as your default view. You can change that whenever you like. Whenever you upload an activity, the map will load into the area where that activity was uploaded. Then you can also choose different territories from the top. Of course, you can move them and pan the map around. You can zoom in a little bit and see different areas as well. And then you can even select different grid blocks within there, and it'll bring up the details of the particular grid block, who controls it, which group, how long they have with the decay, and which users have contributed runs. So let's select a different territory. We're going to go to the 7 Fields community here, and we can see that they have some active points. The daily decays 5490, and the current group, which is South 7 Fields OG, has been in control for 11 days. Currently, cumulatively, they've had 13 days of control within this territory. You can see MapWarz Game Masters currently isn't in control, but they have been in the past for 3 days, and Paint That Stuff has a cumulative reign of 1 day. The top contributing users, and then we can close out, and it shows us on the map. The dotted line shows the outline of the territory. Any grid blocks within there will count for the territory. So if we zoom in a bit here, I'll just pan over a little bit here, and let's select this particular grid block, and you can see how that there are 2 groups and 2 different users who have contributed points to this particular GPS location on the map from an activity. And you can see that those points have about halfway decayed, and it tells you who contributed them. And we can see this is a close battle for this grid block. I'm going to go back to the home screen and just mention 2 other things on this introductory video. The first is the inventory. The inventory will show the different modifiers that you have and how many, give you an explanation of how they're used. I'll have a separate video on just deploying the modifiers against your enemies on the map. But for this one, we're going to just give that overview. Then the one final thing I'll mention is the shop. When you bring it up on your phone, it's going to just show a transaction history message that says, hey, check out MapWarz.com on a PC or laptop. And that has to do with third-party billing rules within Google Play and others. So on the PC, if you wanted to buy more modifiers, you could go to your laptop or PC browser, and you can go to www.mapwarz.com, and you would be able to purchase additional modifiers that would be delivered into your game account. They're pretty inexpensive, and they help keep the servers open on a game like this. It's always appreciated. If you head over to www.headshotapps.com, there's also a merch store from there. And if you like the logos and you want to get a little bit more involved in the gameplay, and again, that supports keeping the servers open as well. Thank you.